All right, welcome back to AC Academy Product Management program. So you've officially made it to week 2, session 2. Right now, before we dive into this content, we're just going to give a massive shout out to Mr. Kensford. Amazing job from the previous sessions, and that was a very vital because the foundations will set you right from the sessions going forward. Now, let's pay attention to some of the things I took you through. Those were very simple, easy to understand theories and concepts, including how to perform interviews and mapping, empathy mapping, among others. So you're already miles ahead, right? Now, today we're going to take all those raw, messy insights you gathered from him, translate them into clear product definitions. Okay, we are covering user personas, problem statements, and the HMWs. All right, so that's what we're handling everything here, and then we touch on JTBD, how to implement them in your project works that you have this week. All right. Okay. Now, before we jump into this session, you have to know that although this is pre-recorded, you should treat it like a live session, right? A live workshop. So when you're asked to pause, you pause, and then you do the work. Then you can resume and then get back into it. Okay. All right. So let's jump straight into user personas. All right. Now, our slides, we have user personas as a research-based profile that represents a key segment of your users. Now, your users here, simplified, you get these users from the research, the target market. So in this case, using the campus scenario, the students, right? So these are the users we're talking about. So we are going to take a segment of these users and then we define our user persona from them. Okay, so using the Abina at 19 scenario, right? Okay, new students. Now we look at the goal, right? This is the process to build a persona, right? So you look at the goal, and then her main goal is to find food. Okay. And then campus event quickly. But then her biggest frustration, she's currently asking friends on WhatsApp for everything. All right. So she finds it exhausting, and her friends as well finds it exhausting. So do you know how much easier? Do you see how much easier it is to design an application for AMA? Because now you've been able to define what AMA is and her problems. You know her frustrations, right? And with that, you're able to define the job to be done. Okay, so rather than using a faceless student, remember never to invent a persona based on guesses. They start with the real quotes from research and let the persona emerge from that, those patterns. Okay. All right. Now it's your turn. So you can pause the video and then take a 10 minutes recess, pull up your interview notes from session 1, okay, and build a persona using these steps. Okay, build a persona using these steps, the same steps, the same approach we just went through. Okay. Now ensure that you give them a name, a goal, okay, a frustration, write down their current behavior. All right, and then you hit play when you're done. So you have 10 minutes. Let's get to work. Okay. All right. So now you're done building your persona, right? We're going to look at the problem statement, how to write problem statements. Now on your screen, you already see different forms of problem statements, but then what exactly are we solving for them? That is basically the problem statement, and it's supposed to have key terms or key parts of the persona, the problem, and then what you're solving. Okay, so in this case, we call it the user, goal, and the insights or barrier. So if you go to a developer and say, students need a better application, I'll look at you and I'm blank. What I say, it's weak. It's a weak statement, right? There's no context. There's no specific user. There's no barrier. So a strong problem statement follows a very specific formula. The user, right, needs a way to, then your goal will come, and then because then you provide the insights of the barriers or the problems. Okay, so let's upgrade the weak statement into a strong one. So the weak statement we have here is students need a better app. All right, so instead of that, we can say first year students need a way to find food, events, services quickly because there's no single campus platform. So they rely on fragmented WhatsApp pages or groups. Boom, that's it. Now your team knows exactly who they're building or who they're helping, what they're trying to do, and what is stopping them today. That is how you draft your problem statement, right? So whenever you draft your problem statement, you need to think about the team. How do you tell the team what you are building, or why you are building it, and who you are building it for? Put these three into a sentence and you call that. Okay, now let's move to HMWs. Okay, let's move to HMWs. Okay, all right. How might we? Okay, now from the problem statement, you know that you are going to tell the team what the problem is, who you're solving it for, and then why you're solving. Okay, so when you have that, now the next thing you have to do is to now think about how we might be able to solve it. Now, posing this is very critical because it may lead to lots of issues. It may lead to limiting the whole scope of the project, and it may blow the project into pieces. Okay, so yeah, you may have a very definite problem statement, but knowing how might we the statement, it's basically transitioning the problem statement, okay, into brainstorming solutions. So now you have the problem statement. Now, how do you ask questions about the problem statement or the problem at with this specific niche or the users? Okay, how do you ask the right questions to ensure that you are not asking the wrong questions and limiting the project, or you're asking too many questions or too broad questions? Okay, so that is basically what you see on your screen, right? So you have to be very careful not to box yourself in, right? You might use a framework, right? We use this framework, how might we, because of this, to ensure that you don't blow it apart or you don't make it too small. Okay, so think of HMW questions like the Goldilocks of product management. If you ask, how might we add a search bar to an application, or how might the user find settings? That's too narrow. Okay, you're looking at features, you're looking at functional requirements without even knowing how to solve the issue. Okay, so if you do that, you've already decided a solution and you're already looking for a search bar. It kills creativity, it kills the zeal, it kills the love to brainstorm out solutions. Okay, and then if you ask, how might we improve campus life? It's way too broad. There's so many things that can be done to improve campus life that just one team or one application will just not be efficient to solve all those problems. Imagine having your slides, one application that provides your slides, provides mapping or makes you order food, okay, gives you questions to solve. The same app is a campus guide. The same app, when it has so many things, solving so many things as a goal becomes a huge application, draining on your memory, making it very difficult to run all of them at a goal. And at the end of the day, instead of solving a problem, you create another problem, right? So it doesn't have to be too broad. But then if you ask a question like, how might we help first-year students discover campus services in the first week without stress? Now you're asking a good question. Okay, now you're asking questions that will help you think about the problem very well and brainstorm solutions. Okay, so it's specific enough to design for, but open to spark multiple brilliant ideas. Right? So that is for HMWs. Okay, and you would have to build on HMWs. Okay, now let's pause this video for about 5 to 8 minutes and look at your persona and your problem statement. I need you to write 3 HMW questions. Make sure they are actionable. Okay, don't go to the extremes. Actionable HMW questions. All right. Okay, go. All right. I'm assuming you pressed play. So let's just jump into it. All right, now listen closely, because this is the most crucial part of the entire program. Your project works. It is the most crucial part of the entire program. The program is only 4 weeks, but we've compounded everything so that you and your team work together to ensure that you have a smooth flow and you share your ideas and work as a team. Okay, now you'll be applying the JBTD, or jobs to be done, to one of the 6 real world product topics. Now you can just Google that, real world product topics. Now we have things like the marketplace, which is why we brought the campus thing in there, the local food delivery, graduate job board. It has to be within the academic field. All right, so you know the problems. Now bring it into the campus life. All right, now hear me clearly on this. Your groups have already been created. You've already been assigned. The immediate steps, you have to go through this video. After that, go to your community group, your assigned group, join the group, ask questions, start working. If you are stuck anywhere, reach out to any of your supervisors and they're going to assist you. I need to be very transparent with you. Group work is the single most critical deciding factor for your graduation. Okay? Project management is a team sport. If you can't work as a group, you can't qualify to be a product manager. It's as simple as that. No one builds good products in isolation. Okay? As a product manager, you should know that you need a team and you need to be able to work with that team. Okay? So if you do not actively participate, group leaders have the right to omit. In fact, it's not just the right. You are required to omit the names and IDs of these students that are not participating. And your project will be submitted, vetted, and graded. No exceptions. So you don't have to include ghost names or those who are part of the class but not part of your group, but not doing the work. All right. So step up, collaborate, and apply everything Mr. Kingsford has taught you so far. All right. So go through these processes and write your 3 HMW questions. Okay. And you should be able to simply pick any of these and then work through them. All right. So get connected, work with your groups. All right. So this is what you all have to do. You have to all pull the empathy maps you wrote down. Okay. that you built from session 1. Now, as a group, you find your shared insights. You agree on a primary user segment and build your group's official user persona as a group, okay? Not individually. You decide and agree as a group, right? Now, you're supposed to write one strong problem statement. One. You see, it's easy, right? Just one strong problem statement. Now, with this problem statement, all the group members, you are required to write out one HMW question. Then after that, you all vote on it and decide on the best one. Then you bring that to class. Now, you need to prepare your work in a slide form. You are going to present to us, tell us what you have. Okay, now every single thing you built this week is the foundation for product management. The product roadmap in week 3 should be entering next week. Every single thing you're doing now is the roadmap. If you don't do these, week 3 and week 4, there's just going to be videos or lectures you join. You are not going to be able to follow. So you need to ensure that you do these, right? We are doing this to ensure you are not building in the dark and you are building based on data, right? Now, find your groups and build that foundation. We'll see you next week. You can use this process, okay, from the earlier sessions: user interviews, empathy maps, affinity maps, user persona, problem statements, and then HMW questions. Then we go to next week and we build on the product strategy, right? So that is the goal. Now you bring your HMW questions, okay, and then your problem statements. We are going to look at all of them. We use a persona, problem statements, HMW for each group. There are 4 groups for each group, right? Then with that, we work on product strategy. Okay. Now your key takeaways. You know who a user persona is or what it is. It translates research into human reference, a specific reference. A strong problem comes with these features: the user, goal, and barrier. Note that it guides you to write a good and a strong problem statement. All right. Now, with HMWs, it reframes the problems into opportunities or brainstorming chances. So you need to ensure that you are doing the work procedurally. All right. And then JTBD applied to your project will give your group a clear direction. Okay, JTBD gives you a clear direction. Now, you have to go through the session with the slide attached, read through, then convene as a group and work together. Now, these are your assignments. I think I've already spoken about that. So you build your group's user persona, write one strong problem statement, write 3 HMW questions, and vote on one best one. Okay, so you're submitting the 3, but you tell us which one is your best. And you pull your empathy maps and list the top 3. Okay, top 3 insights. Now, next week, you're going to look at product vision strategy and OKRs. And then we're going to look at how to prioritize. Okay, prioritization using the RISE, MOSCO, and I-score. Okay. And then we're also going to learn how to write user stories and acceptance criteria. So before next week, you need to ensure you have your group assignments this time around. And the facilitators, we're going to go through them. Okay, we're going to present to us what you have. We're going to go through them. Then we conclude and jump onto the product strategy session, which is session 3. All right, see you. Bye-bye.